Hey, how y'all doing? I'm looking at my eyelashes. If I go somewhere, I put them on. But these eyelashes stuck like glue. Like I can't. It ain't enough for me to get this thing out my eye. Let me stop. Y'all good. Y'all know I'm a goo ball out here, right? Let me stop. I'm trying to not be so silly, but yeah. Y'all ready for this weather? I'm like, how can I not be silly with this eyelash? Okay. Yeah. We do have a storm coming. They saying that this storm is different from all the other storms. This is what they're saying. They're saying this storm is different. So if you get hit, you're gonna get hit hard with it. That's all I'm getting out of. If you get hit, it's gonna hit you hard. So God ain't kind to me about the weather. Like he ain't kind to me. And God, he gonna normally give me a personal visit. If he come to me personally, I'm be like, ooh, y'all. Like I come to my kid, let all of them know what's gonna go on. He ain't gave me no personal visit dealing with the weather. Now I have been seeing stuff dealing with my dad all week. So I'm like, God, is this the warning? But normally it'll be direct and I know, okay, this the weather. But along this whole little week, I have been having visions and it been pertaining to my dad and little stuff dealing with my dad, and little stuff like here and there dealing. And I'm like, but this is his birthday week too. So yeah. But me, I went to sleep yesterday because like I said, God prepare his people. God is gonna prepare the righteous. He gonna prepare his people when trouble come. And me, he always let me know. Like he just always let me know. I'ma watch me over my city. So God, if something finna go on with the city now, I gotta get the word out. I went to sleep yesterday. I was at peace. I ain't have no vivid dreams. I went to sleep today. Well, I went to sleep yesterday, the day before. Like I've been going to sleep to see if I'm gonna see anything particular dealing with this weather. I ain't seen nothing. So my spirit is at peace. Now I can go to sleep. I take a quick nap around 12 and then God will come to me. But if God come to me about anything going on, I'm getting the word out. But God ain't come to me and told me nothing. So I'm at peace with what's going on. So my spirit, I don't feel like uneasy. I don't feel stressed. I feel at peace. We got everything we needed. What one store didn't have, the other store did have. So we was able to get everything that we needed. And if they don't have it at like Walmart or Kroger, certain other stores, like you can go to maybe Costco or you can go to Sam's Club. They might have what you need if you can't go to those other stores. But I had to go to several different stores, and what one store didn't have, the other store did have. So I was able to get everything I needed. I really didn't need much. Just little snacks for the kids, so to speak. They want some hot chocolate, so I got them some like hot chocolate. God really listens to my kids and hear what they want, and whatever they say they want, it be in the store for them. So I be like, y'all, what y'all want me to get? And whatever they tell me they want, God make sure they get whatever it is that they said they want. Like this, they don't know this though. They don't know they got this favor with God. But when I come to them about certain stuff that they want, I be like, what y'all want? God make sure that store got whatever it is that my kid asked for down to a T. It be very specific and it be there. So they got everything that they needed. I put it on. I got their list together, and what they said they want on their list, it was at the store, so I didn't have to. It was there. So I got that for my kid. I got everything for my kids. I'm at peace. The storm gotta come through here. I want the snow. If it gotta come through, I don't want to deal with that ice. Let me deal with the snow. I don't care nothing about the snow. I push through the snow. The ice is what I don't want. So we right on that little tip though. So we right on that tip where we can get hit with it or we are hit and miss. Memphis always been a hit or miss though. So I'm like, that's how I'm feeling about it. So me, like I said, we gonna get hit with something. It's no way to sit here and say, okay, I rebuke the storm. Like it's coming through. But the damage that it's gonna bring, you wanna diffuse the damage through the prayer. So you wanna diffuse that. So me, I'm like, well, God, we gotta get hit. Send the snow. That'll get hit with the snow. Wait, The ice is a no-no. You know, you're going to get some ice, but I'm talking about the storm that's mostly ice. We don't need that. Now, we'll deal with the snow now. We'll push through the snow and whatever, freeze over and stuff like that. Okay, cool. But we ain't trying to deal with no predominantly iced out storm. Nah, we don't need that right there. So, but I'm at peace. So, I don't feel no kind of way. I ain't had no vid. I've been seeing a lot of stuff, but I ain't been seeing no deal with the weather. So, that's a good sign for me. That's a good sign. Like, doo-doo, for me. Because if a storm coming, God gonna come tell me. And if God don't give me a dream about everything but the storm, I ain't pressed about it. So I am not pressed. I'm not pressed, but I'm still sending prayers up because I know it's people that's going to be really impacted by what's going to go on with this storm. And then they also saying they see a second storm behind this storm. So, but everybody's trying to put their energy into this storm first, but they saying they already see a second storm that's coming behind this storm right here. And so, yeah. So that was really going on. Like I said, I'm at peace. I don't have I'm not acting out of fear. I'm not panicking, just ooh. I'm really mentally in a good place. I'm just so peaceful right now. I'm trying to get everything I'm gonna need. Now, one thing I did tell all my kids and just stress on the house is to use as little water as possible. Do not let the water get scorching hot to wash out a bowl or a cup. Use warm water if you have to use warm water, but keep the water use to a minimum. This is what I told my kids. Keep the water use to a minimum because we don't need no pipes busting. So during this time now, after this push over and push through, you do what you want to do. But during the midst of this storm, use as little water as possible. That's what I told my kids. So I guess when my kids get home, make sure they wash all the dishes and stuff up just in case it's power outage or anything like that. Dishes, everything be washed, everything. We just getting ready just in case we do have an actual power outage. But even then, we still going to be good if it happen to be a power outage. I don't feel like my spirit is just at peace with everything. It's just a spirit of peace. Shoot. I don't feel nothing. I'm shoot. God, will I be able to relax and watch some TV and just chill? I don't feel nothing. I don't feel absolutely nothing. So, that's a good thing. Yeah. So, y'all, I'm just following up, seeing what y'all doing. I see I've been posting a lot of those dreams dealing with the weather. God said it's going to be a continuation. So I just do reposts on the same videos that's dealing with the weather, dealing with ice storm. I told you I drink Ice Age vibes. I'm shoot, I ain't never seen nothing like this. I said, only thing remind me of is Ice Age vibes. I'm working on getting more detail, y'all, but that's what I was getting out of, Ice Age vibes. So I think over the course of time, it's going to be some kind of shift. And it's going to be colder longer. And it's going to be hotter shorter. I don't know, God. So, I had posted a couple of my visions that dealing with the weather. And one of my visions, I'm finna find it. It was a recap to the vision, the Ice Age vision. And I break that down. And I talk about Memphis being a holy city. And I also speak on the earthquake coming to Memphis in that vision. But I break down the snow and how the snow spiritually just slow everything down. When stuff move too fast, spiritually the snow is just sent through her and it slows everything down. So I'm post that too because that might have something to do with what's going on and the reason why, even though a lot of people saying this storm is not natural. It's not a natural storm. It might be some manipulation dealing with this right here. That's why this one different than all the other ones. If it's allowed to come through here and God allowed to come through, he's slowing something down in this process. So it's something that he's trying to slow down. And so he sends snow and ice because it just slows us down as a race. If we moving too fast in the wrong direction, God just gonna send some ice through and slow everything down. That's what God gonna do. He just gonna slow it down. It might be at a standstill and it might be at a stop. If we moving too fast in the wrong direction out here, he gonna send some ice through here. some ice and some snow. He gonna send that weather through here to slow everything down. I know that too. So I'm gonna send my post my video breaking it down and actually explaining it as the reason why I was being shown that ice age stuff. He was trying to slow everything down that was going on. So I think that going on. Okay, what else? What else I'm gonna speak on? That's all really. Just make sure you get everything you need to get. Like I said, I got everything I need to get. I'm really at peace. My spirit at peace. I ain't had no dreams or nothing where I'm just like on edge or nothing. It's just like a radar. But I have been seeing my daddy and a lot of these visions. But this is his birthday week. So I don't know if that's why I've been seeing like little stuff and it's connected to him some kind of way indirectly, if that makes sense. But I'm real good. Like when I say I got a spirit of peace on me, it's like no worries, no stress about nothing. Like it's no stress on me whatsoever. Like no worries on me whatsoever. Like it's nothing there. You know, sometimes you want something to be there. It's nothing. Like I can't even make myself react to nothing right now. I'm so at peace. I can't even make myself have a reaction. I'm good. I'm like, okay, God, my kids, they told me they list everything that they said they wanted, every single small detail. My daughter said she want this, and it got to have marshmallows. And guess what? When I went to the store, they had exactly what she wanted, and it was marshmallows. Like it be so detailed, and I know it's God. So when I tell my kid, give me y'all list, God gonna make sure that list that they give me, they gonna get everything that they asking for and they want from the store or something like this. So they got that. So yeah, we real good. We good. Like I don't have no worry, no stress, no nothing. But I do know that this is finna be a catastrophic bad storm. Like I do know this. But Memphis, a hit or miss. Y'all know we a hit or miss now. And most of the time we miss it. We miss the storms now. Most time y'all be complaining. Oh, they said Memphis gonna da. I'm like, do y'all not know? Do y'all children of Israel that bigger and complain all the time not know that it's a good thing that the storm missed Memphis? But if they say a storm come to Memphis and the storm don't hit Memphis like they say, everybody complaining. Like y'all wanted it to hit Memphis? Like Memphis a hit or miss. But this is a spiritually holy city. Because this is where Kojic, the Holy Convocation, was once positioned. Like Memphis used to have the most churches out of all of the whole United States. Like it's a lot of like spiritually rich. Memphis is spiritually rich when it comes to like God and stuff like that. Even though they may have pulled God and pulled Kojic out, spiritually God still acknowledges Memphis as a holy city. Like he still acknowledges Memphis as a holy city. Why you think everybody trying to come? Why you think Elon Musk like, okay, yeah, this is it. Let me position myself. It's something about this city spiritually, y'all. So, Memphis a hit or miss. I'm not going to get into too much detail dealing with that right there. But Memphis is a hit or miss, y'all. And a lot of time, God do allow us to be in that little corner and just allow the storm just to pass right on over us. I'm hoping it's the same. I'm hoping we just get the tail end of what's going on. We might get a little snow. The snow that come with it. That's all I'm wanting to come through here with this. So that's all. But I'm really at peace with whatever, however it come out. Like I don't feel no kind of way. I don't feel like it's nothing there. Yeah, I can't even explain this me in the midst of this storm because everybody panicking. I'm already desensitized, but this right here, this next level desensitized. Like this next level. I'm like, am I even human? Am I even human out here? Yeah. So, yeah. Like I'm everything good. Everything good. I'm in good place, good space. I'm talking about mentally, like I'm feeling like spiritually, like I'm just feeling like just feeling everything around me. Everything just feel real good, just peaceful, just like I don't really feel nothing where I'm just like just worried or stressed about nothing really at this point, like not nothing at all. So, y'all enjoy y'all day. Get what y'all need. Try to stock up, set up everything, and hopefully, the power outages not as bad. Just try to do what you can. Keep your animals warm during this time. And we just gonna try to push through. Cause they saying it's another storm behind this one. So, we just try to push through this one, and then they'll be able to kind of zoom in on what they see coming behind this. In this process. Yeah. God, is there anything else going on? Like, is there anything going on, God? Is there anything you want me to speak on? My mind just blank. I was just checking in, but my mind just blank right now. I've been seeing little stuff here and there, but I ain't really did no video on none of it. But like dealing with the weather, God ain't really told me nothing about nothing really. So I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all be safe out here. Enjoy y'all day. Be safe. Enjoy y'all day. I'm dragging it along to see if anything gonna even come to me. It's nothing even in my spirit. I don't think my spirit really just like check in and say, hey, speak on little stuff here and there. I did all that, and then I'm just dragging it along to see if it's gonna go anywhere else. It's not really going nowhere else. Well, I can't say God gave us authority to speak to the storms. Like, he gave you the authority. He don't want you praying to him to remove the storm. He wants you to talk directly to the storm. So I'm finna pull that up. I do that. Because that kind of crossed my mind just then. So I do that when you got the authority. God wants you to use your own authority out here. God do not want you to run to him to tell him to push the storm back when he gave you the authority to push the storm back. You know how you give your kids the authority to do certain stuff, but then they still want you to do it. And then at a certain point, you be like, you gonna do it. You do it. I gave you the authority. I gave you the permission to do this. Why I got to do it if I'm giving you permission? You go out there and you do this. And they be like, but mama. That's how God do with us. So God wants you to use the authority that he gave to you through Christ. And part of the authority is speaking to the storms. That's part of the authority. You supposed to speak to the storms. You really supposed to speak to the elements of the earth. That's what I do. If I got a garden and I'm finna plant something in my yard, I'm going to speak life into what I'm planting into my yard. I'm going to speak life into my yard, into my garden, and I'm going to speak life that it produce fruit. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to speak to the elements of the earth because God gave me that authority. Just like when Jesus cursed the fig tree because it didn't produce no fruit, so he cursed it. I'm going to speak life into my garden. I need some fruits. And you're going to have to produce. We got to work together. God put you here, and we all supposed to be working together out here for the good and for the glory of God. And I need some fruits. Like, that's what I do. So I'm giving you 2 examples where God is speaking to the elements of the earth, and one of the elements is the storm, and the other element is when he cursed the fig tree. So I'm gonna do that, and then, well, here got the parable of the fig tree. I'm gonna read the parable of the fig tree because it landed right on it, and then I'm gonna talk about the 2 elements where God is actually using his authority to speak against the storms and speak against the fig tree that was cursed because it didn't bear no fruit. So this is the parable of the fig tree. Okay. Now learn this parable from the fig tree. Well, first it talk about the coming of the Son of Man. Okay, I'll read that first because they're going to the parable of the fig tree and it's connecting. Okay, so the coming of the Son of Man. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun will become darkened. So it said after the tribulation, and this is what's finna go on. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun will be darkened. So it talk about because it talk about the great tribulation. Then it goes into the coming of the Son of Man, and it's saying based on this right here, he coming after the tribulation. And then it say the parable of the fig tree. Okay, but I'm gonna read the coming of the Son of Man, and then I'm gonna go into the parable of the fig. I'm reading it because my spiritual mind, I told you it pop out, the words pop out. So when I'm talking about the fig tree, I'm gonna do this. God, do I gotta do this now another time? So it jumped on the parable of the fig tree Because I'm talking about fig tree. But the parable of the fig tree is not God verbally cursing the fig tree. So then I go back and I look, and the chapter before it is talking about the Son of Man. So I'm like, okay, the Son of Man. Then I talk about the parable of the fig tree. And then I go back and I'm like, dog, I can't talk about the coming of the Son of Man until I talk about the Great Tribulation, because that's before the Son of Man. So then they say no one knows the day or hour. That come after the parable of the fig, like the order how everything going. It's no way I can like take a piece of this, dissect it, and speak on it without speaking on its entirety. So I'm gonna have to do that. I don't know if I need to do that now or later, but right now I'm finna do what God told me to do when He wants you to speak against the storm. He wants you to do this. He don't want you to run to Him and be begging Him, talking about some, oh God, can you stop the storm? He wants you to use your authority and tell the storm to be still. And that's what He was trying to do when He was dealing with His disciples. He was trying to teach them how to use their authority. He wanted them to use their authority. He'll be like, here, y'all, when he sent the people out by two to cast out spirits, like, He was quick. Here you go right here, the fig tree withered. He was quick to Jesus was excited to give His authority and His power out and watch everybody do wonders in His name. Like, Jesus was excited. He sent disciples out, not disciples, but the 70 times 7, the people that He had. He sent them out in groups of two and said, okay, y'all got all the authority to do what y'all want to do. Like, He was quick to just be like, y'all do it. And they was excited. They were like, okay. We got the same authority you got, and even here it say it will be more greater things than this. He said you will see greater things than this. So, cause my mind is pulling certain stuff out. So if the Bible say you will do greater things than this, and people talk about stuff they doing, but you got other people, scribes and Pharisees, that go in the Bible and say, well, it's not in the Bible, so it's not true. But the way what God's speaking, and He telling you that it's a continuation of the Bible, and what's in the Bible, you're gonna see more than that. But you boxing yourself in, and you looking and you saying it's not in the Bible, it's not in the Bible. But if He's saying you're gonna see more worse than this, and it's gonna be greater things than what's already written, is gonna be what's going on, how is you gonna see it in the Bible? How is you gonna see that in the Bible? How is you gonna look up a scripture in the Bible to confirm it when He's telling you this is gonna be greater things going on? And you still looking at the Bible, well, I don't see where it talk about these great things going, but Jesus Himself said it. I ain't got time for these crap Pharisees, God. Let me go back to the fig tree wither, because God is pushing me on these scribes, Pharisees, how they try to box everything in with the Bible. But God said, it's things that's hidden from y'all. Even with me giving you the Bible as your daily walk, He said, I still got mysteries and revelations and secrets out here. He said, I still got things that need to be revealed, things that are hidden, things that's going to be revealed. The veil is going to be removed. Everything is not in the open for everybody to see. He said, still secrets going on. People finding stuff all day, every day out here. The mysteries of life. He said, I'm going to steadily be dropping clues to the mysteries of life. He said, it's hidden. So you might not see it in the Bible. It's a hidden truth. So, for example, dinosaurs. We all know dinosaurs are real, right? They got evidence that dinosaurs are real. But where in the Bible do you see where they speaking on dinosaurs? Nowhere. But just because they not speaking on dinosaurs in the Bible don't mean they're not real, right? Okay. Perfect example. Dinosaurs. Where they talk about dinosaurs there in the Bible? Because we know for a fact that dinosaurs exist. And they steady finding dinosaurs. So where is the Bible to back up that dinosaurs actually exist? Where is it at in the Bible? Because people would say they went to heaven and they actually seen dinosaurs in heaven. And then you might look in the Bible. It ain't in the Bible about no dinosaurs. Ain't no. So their testimony and what they seen to heaven is a lie. Like, how you know? That's a hidden truth. That is a hidden truth. So I was looking up seer and prophet, and I saw that prophets deal with divine truths, but seers, people like me, God give us hidden truths. So when you're dealing with divine truth, yeah, you might use the Bible to be able to confirm that truth. But if you're dealing with a hidden truth, How is you going to discover a hidden truth if God purposely hid it from you? Like, where's you going to find that truth from that God is speaking of? So what I'm talking about is divine. It's high knowledge on the way high level. It's on the way high level. So how is you going to confirm what I'm talking about? If it comes from God himself, it's on the high level and it's a hidden truth. It's hidden. Like God, he revealed his secrets and mysteries and hidden truths to his seers. So we dealing with a lot of different stuff. Then, okay, it's in the Bible and that's all I'm sticking to. Like, because if I did that, I wouldn't be a seer. I wouldn't be able to operate in the fullness of what God trying to show me if I'm walking around with the divine truth. And I don't have no room for him to show me his hidden truths. I couldn't even operate. I couldn't. Okay, let me show you about the wither tree because I don't want to waste too much time. So it's like now, I'm in Matthew 21:17. Matthew 21:18. It say, now in the morning, as he returned to the city, he was hungry. And seeing a fig tree on the road, he came to it and found nothing on it but leaves, and said to it, let no fruit grow on you ever again. Immediately, the fig tree withered. And when the disciples saw it, they marveled, saying, how did this fig tree wither away so soon? So Jesus answered and said to them, assuredly I say to you, if you have faith and do not doubt, you will not only do what is done to the fig tree, but also you will say to this mountain, be removed and cast into the sea, and it will be done. And whatever things you ask in prayer, believing, you will receive. So God wants you to use your authority with faith. God wants you to do it. He did it in front of the disciples so that they could see that, hey, this really works. Faith really works if you try to do something. So it was a tree, and Jesus was hungry. And this tree wasn't even in season to even produce no fruit. So Jesus walked up on this tree that wasn't even in season. And because it didn't have fruit when he came, he cursed it right then. He said, you'll never grow again. He said, let no fruit grow on you ever again. And then the tree immediately withered away. I know. Because, everything worked for the good of God and the glory of God. So I can only imagine, like me, I'm even thinking about the tree. And imagine Jesus walking up on, imagine me being a tree. And Jesus walking up on me and I ain't even got no fruit to even give him, and he hungry, mine. Because everything living, even the God even said, even the stones cry out to him and give him glory. So when I look at this tree and this tree withering away, and how all creation acknowledges Jesus, like all creation, like they talk about in heaven, and this high level, but they talk about even in heaven, how all the flowers open up when Jesus walked by, like everything is just like, oh, Jesus. But you got this fig tree, it's symbolic to us, but you got this fig tree right here, and when Jesus came, it had no fruit. This fig tree is actually symbolic to us, but it's really like interdimensional, because you got a fig tree, and I wouldn't want to be no tree where Jesus walk up on me and I ain't got no fruit. Like, for real. But Jesus walked up on the fig tree, he ain't had no fruit. And he said, and immediately the fig tree withered. So God wants you to use your authority, but it's a lot with this fig tree, including the fact that we are the fig tree and we got to have the fruit. I be telling you, fill yourself up. Get the spirit in you. When I say to eat, the seven spirit return, but you empty. Don't let Jesus walk up on you when you empty now. Have Jesus up in you by the time he come to you. Because just like he went to that fig tree and it had no fruit, you walk around here empty, no fruit. God cursed that tree behind it. Don't let God the Father, Jesus walk up on you and you ain't got no fruit going on out here. You just walking out here empty. That's an insult. That's an insult to God himself. That's an insult for God to give you life, give you all this. You probably be producing all this fruit, giving back, and you ain't got no fruit to bear. You ain't got nothing. That's an insult to the Creator himself. So, when I look at this, it's a lot of stuff that God tell me dealing with this right here. It's probably like interdimensional on a whole lot of different levels. But I don't want to get on the interdimensional. I'm just like, I could feel, spiritually, I could feel the fig tree itself, how it felt with Jesus approaching it, but it don't have no fruit. and and really, was it the tree fault? Like it was out of season. Like it actually was really out of season. Like it wasn't even in season to even bear no fruit. But the fact that Jesus walked up on this tree and it didn't have no fruit, it's really reminded me of when he come back, and nobody ain't gonna be ready for him to come back. There was a lot of people gonna be this fig tree that didn't wither. They ain't got no fruit. That's what they gonna be. Jesus gonna be and came back unannounced. These people ain't gonna be prepared. They just not gonna be prepared for his coming, and it's gonna be too late. It's just gonna be too late at that point. So that's what I'm getting out of it too. Like God, he got me like a Pandora box, y'all. I'm opening up a lot of different ways, dealing with this one little thing, dealing with the fig tree withered. So I'm trying not to lose y'all with where he take me, but it's a lot of different ways he take me with the fig tree withered. It's really mainly us, y'all. You know, I could feel like how the tree itself, because that's God's creation. Just like everything is God's creation out here. And imagine if God himself came, he created you, but then you ain't got no fruit or nothing. Like he can't even come to you to even get the nourishment that he needs to even sustain himself so he can do what he needs to do. Jesus hungry. He trying to go to this fig tree for food, and you ain't got no food for the Almighty God himself. Like, that's a bad position to be in. I'm going to say that much. So, I can kind of feel the pain of the actual fig tree itself. God created you. So, you probably giving glory to God in this process of producing fruit, just doing what you do out here. So, when the Creator walk up on you, you can't even produce, you ain't got no fruit, no nothing. This symbolic to us too, y'all. God got us out here. We don't be the fig tree that in wilderness. Don't be that. So he got you out here. You supposed to be growing, giving God glory. You supposed to be producing fruit. You supposed to be doing all that. So when he come, if he hungry, he'll be able to get what he needs from you. But you don't want him walking up on you and you just ain't got nothing out here. You just empty. Oh, he was very mad. G was mad. Let me stop. So, that's him speak to the fig tree. Because certain people, you know, and he's speaking against the storm too. So, I can't pull up there because we do got a storm coming down. So, this right here say, do not worry. Because we going into the storm, so it lead me to do not worry. But I'm trying to get to when he spoke against the storm. God got me doing a lot of stops. Okay, therefore I say to you, I'm reading right here, Matthew 6:25. Therefore I say to you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or what you will drink, nor about your body, what you will put on. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothing? Look at the birds of the air, for they neither sow nor reap, nor gather into the barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not more valued than they? Which of you by worrying can add 1 cubit to his stature? So why do you worry about clothing? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They neither toil nor spin. Yet I say to you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Now if God so clothed the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is thrown into the oven, will he not do more? Will he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? Therefore do not worry, saying, what shall we eat? What shall we drink? What shall we wear? For after all these things the Gentiles seek. For your heavenly Father knows that you need all these things. But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about its own things. sufficient for the day is its own trouble. Like, what you worry about tomorrow for when you got today to get through? That's why I said we got another storm coming, but it's no reason to be stressing over storm, and you got to get through what we got going on right now. And me, God led me to this because I was speaking on, the tree, and God talked about how he clothed the trees. Like, it's life. And people might look and be like, ooh, you're doing witchcraft. And witchcraft stole from God. That's a counterfeit of our authority that God gave us and our dominion over creation that he gave us. God gave us creation over dominion and dominion over creation. We got the authority over all that. Now, what witchcraft did, they illegally accessed what's rightfully ours. We got a right to speak to the storms. We got a right to speak. I got a right to speak to my garden and tell me, give me some fruit. If I'm trying to plant a garden, I need to eat. I got that right and the authority. They don't have that right. It's illegally. They doing it illegally. But if you as a Christian speak to the elements of the earth, all of a sudden you looked up on as witchcraft. No. It came from God. God released it to us. They stole it. They illegally tapping into something that's rightfully ours. We rightfully got the authority to call. God said, you want to make that mountain move? Use your faith and you can make the mountain move. If you want to curse the fig tree because it ain't got no fruit, then you curse the fig tree because it ain't got no fruit. If you want to speak against the storm, then you got the right and authority, and I'm giving you my authority to speak against the storm. We got that right through our Father, through Jesus. We don't have to illegally tap into the elements of the earth to try to use this authority, this power. It's already given to us through Christ. Now, what they do, they take it as a counterfeit. And then y'all look at people who Christian and tell us we the counterfeit. Now, I'm operating in the full authority of my Father. I'm operating in full authority that was given to me through Jesus Christ. That's what I'm doing. And I don't care what I speak through and speak to. For real. These people, I don't know what to say. That's how we walking in our authority out here. One time my kids, they finna go to the zoo. And they said probably a thunderstorm coming through on the day of the zoo that the kids probably go on their field trip at the school. So during the time I spoke against the storm. I was like, I was like, these kids done paid for this field trip. It's gonna be sunny when we go on this trip. Ain't finna be rainy on this trip and everybody done paid all this money. And these kids trying to have some fun out here. It is not finna rain on this day. And it was all in the forecast probably raining. It did not rain. My kids were able to enjoy their field trip along with the other kids that day because I spoke against the storm. I made sure the sun was going to be out that day, and it was out that day. God gave us the authority. Use your authority. You got a storm coming through here like that storm that's finna come through here. You use your authority against the storm. That's what you do. God sitting back waiting on you to use your authority, not use him as a middleman to try to use the storm. He wants you to use your faith against the storm. So I'm trying to pull up what Jesus speaks against the storm. We're talking about Jesus walking on the sea. Let me see if I can find it. Then I'm finna do this speaking against the storm when he spoke against the actual storm, because that's what he wanted us to do. Okay, right here, I'm on Mark 4:35. It say the wave and wind obey Jesus. On the same day when evening had come, he said to them, let us cross over to the other side. Now when they had left the multitude, they took him along the boat as he was, and the other little boats were with him. And a great windstorm arose, and the waves beat into the boat, so that it was already filling. But he was in the stern, asleep on a pillow. And they awoke him and said to him, Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing? Then he arose and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. But he said to them, Why are you so fearful? How is it that you have no faith? And they feared exceedingly and said one to another, Who is Who can this be that even the wind and the sea obey him? See, God got your authority over there. Now, our religion, because other people have illegally tapped into that, tell you that, no, you're doing witchcraft. No, Jesus is, if I'm following my Father and I'm looking at Jesus as the example, and Jesus spoke against the storm, I'm speaking against the storm too. If Jesus walked up on that tree and he ain't had no fruit and he was hungry, I'm cursing the tree too if I'm hungry and ain't got no fruit. If I'm doing whatever Jesus did, that's what I'm doing. You cannot dissect and say, okay, follow Jesus when he did this, but now you can't follow Jesus when he did that. I'm following everything Jesus did. That's what I'm doing. It's in the Bible. He did more stuff than this. He said it's going to be even greater things than these. But for you scribes and Pharisees, Jesus spoke against the storm. Jesus spoke against the fig tree. I'm speaking against the storms. I'm speaking against the elements of the earth. If it's raining and the kids want to go on a field trip, it's going to be sunny because they're going to go on their field trip and it's not going to rain. I'm doing what Jesus did. Let me stop. These people out here. Yeah. So I'm going to walk in my authority. Y'all do what y'all do out here. But I'm going to walk in my authority. The authority that Jesus gave us, the full extent of this authority. I'm walking in the full extent of my authority out here. I don't care what you call it. You call it what you want. But if you look in the Bible, Jesus did the same thing. And Jesus wanted, and he was constantly trying to show his disciples how to do the same thing through faith. Through faith, you can move a mountain. If you speak to the mountain, it will move through your faith. This is what he's trying to teach them the whole time. Now, if you want to look at what Satan's kingdom did by twisting and perverting the good of the earth that God gave to us, then you do that. But this finna work for me. All the elements of the earth while I'm on earth finna work for me because God gave me the mean through Jesus Christ. It finna work for me out here. You do you and I'm do me. So, I just got y'all a couple of examples. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Y'all be safe. You speak against the storms. The storms in your life, but also the physical storms. God didn't put no limitations on it. God did that for a reason. It's interdimensional. You speak to the mountains, the physical mountains, but also the spiritual mountains in your life. Through your faith, you can move it. You speak to all this through your words. God created through his words. Through your words and faith, it will work for you. Make sure you align with God, though, in this process. So when I speak and I want something to work for me, I'm going to make sure I'm in alignment with God. And then I'm going to speak where I need to speak. And then I'm going to put faith behind where I need to put faith behind. But I'm make sure I'm in alignment with God in this process too. I'm like, God, if it's your will, the kids trying to go on this field trip, and they talking about it's storming. But if it's your will for it to be sunny today, and that storm can wait till another day, then let the sun shine. I'm finna let y'all go. Y'all enjoy y'all day.